And welcome back, guests, to the Own It Show. We are so grateful to have you guys here. And it's not just me today. We have our incredible special guest, Genesis Amaris Kemp, and I will let her introduce herself first.
Hello, beautiful people worldwide. My name is Genesis Amaris Kemp, all the way from Houston, Texas, rocking out my curlies here. And I am here to really talk to you about DE&I. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. A little bit about me. I am the author of an amazing book, a motivational speaker, and definitely a firecracker who is willing to tap in with you and help you win because we are all incredible human beings that are on a purpose. So it's time for you to pop, and you'll find more about pop and what it stands for. So back to you, Heather.
Oh, I love this. First of all, you just have such a great aura about you. So we're so grateful to have you on this show. And we actually connected through a podcast. And I'd love for you to, let the audience know a little bit more about you and what your journey looked like from corporate America to what you're doing now.
So I spent 15 years in corporate America as a whole. 12 of those years were spent in the oil and gas and energy sector. Recently left corporate America this year in February to really pursue what I am passionate about and what my purpose is. And my purpose is tied to my destiny assignment and calling. So now I just really help people who want to get to the next level, whether it's in their career or whether it's in their entrepreneurship journey, because sometimes when you're working for somebody else, you're so busy building up their brand, their vision, their empire, and their legacy that you're allowing your dreams, your gifts, and your talents inside of you to wither and die. And I no longer want people to have their dreams end up in the graveyard. And that means because they were too busy playing it safe, that they allowed their dreams to die inside of them instead of bringing it to the surface to be birthed. So when I wrote my first book last year entitled Chocolate Drop in Corporate America, From the Pit to the Palace, it was really written out of frustration in a sense because I just got tired of, just being that person in corporate America where they'll give you a seat at the table. So you're seen, but you're not really heard. And then they're looking at you based on your outward appearance. And for those of you who don't know about the oil and gas and energy sector, one, it's a male dominated field. Two, there's not a lot of minorities. And whether you're a minority by color or you're a minority in the sense that you're a woman, you're still a minority no matter what if you're in a male dominated field. And just being a minority does not discount or discredit your ultimate position and where you want to go because you are destined for greatness, but it has to start with you being confident in yourself and knowing who you are and not who they want you to be or what they want you to be. So when you could retrain and reconfigure your mindset and really tap into your endless possibilities, and Heather does a great job on teaching on manifestation, then you'll truly be able to soar and be that eagle that you're destined. And I do some other incredible things in the back end. So I'm just really here to really let people know that I've been where you are. And it does not mean that where you are right now is going to limit you from where you can go. Where you are right now is temporary, not permanent, but who you are coming to be and who you're becoming is most important. So let's tap in and birth that to the forefront and get you to walk into your business endeavors, get you to unleash your full potential and help you really thrive because you're destined to soar, but you just may need an extra push.
I love that. And I have affirmations that come up on my phone, and one just popped up. And this is an automated app. And it was, I'm grateful for all the struggles I've survived, all the challenges I've survived. And just as you were speaking through that, so there's so much for us still to learn. There's still so much
Mhm.
for, glass ceilings to be broken, for unspoken challenges to be brought to the forefront. There's still not that diversity, equity, and inclusion everywhere. And that's one of the things I really love inspiring entrepreneurs to do is, I was never in corporate America. It wasn't for me. Couldn't have a boss. Tried it for a year, gave it up. And then I really like to see other people who've been in, who have PTSD from corporate America come and create their own companies that provide the environments that they wish they would have had. And I really inspire, conscious entrepreneurs, not just to start a business that impacts the world, but is an environment where people can come and thrive and grow and aren't threatened to grow above and beyond, but you support them to do so instead of, keeping them in that bubble, how you want them to be seen, right? As you were saying. So I love everything that you've had to say. And I think there's still so much more work for us all to do. And I would love for you to share your tips and tricks with the audience on how, if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, building a company, like how can we start to have this in our communities and work environments?
So, for all you incredible business owners out there and those aspiring to be in business, first of all, ask yourself, what are you good at and how can you monetize what you're good at? Because there's so many people who have the free to fee method out here. Yes, you're giving away your services, but you can't constantly give your service away for free. So then you have to integrate a fee method to really encompass who you want to be seen as. You want people to take you serious, and you also want your business to thrive. And people who go into business, yes, they want to make money, but they also want to leave an impact in this world. So whenever I talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, do you know what it is? And if you do know what it is, then how can you apply it into your business? Because you definitely want your business to be diverse, where you could tap it into various arenas, but you don't want it to be too far spread where you're not really getting the right people to, build those partnerships with you and collaborate with you. And then ask yourself, what is the solution that you are bringing to the table? How are you solving people's problems? And when you're solving people's problems, do you have a cutter method, or do you have a method that is going to be personalized for that person that you are going to help? And then whenever you think about equity, how is your business equitable? Is your business going to be that business that is, a one-stop shop, or is your business going to be that business that is sustainable? Is your business going to be the type of business that is here for a fad, here for a minute, it's hot, and then it's not? And then in your business, a part of being equitable also comes with being able to pivot, because there were a lot of business owners, especially during this pandemic, who have lost their businesses. But then there were also a lot of people who really utilized this pandemic and created their business, and they're truly flourishing. So ask yourself, how can I be equitable, and how can I ensure that my business is going to be sustainable? That it's not just here for a mere season, but it's here for the longevity. And then whenever you think about inclusivity, if you are a person, if you're a woman, if you're a man, what makes you different than somebody else? And capitalize on your differences, because nobody out here is trying to be a carbon copy. You are uniquely created for a purpose, and you need to show that uniqueness in your business, because by being unique in your business, you're also being inclusive. And whenever you're inclusive, people are going to know that, this business is set apart than another business. Yes, they're inclusive in the business space, but then they're also exclusive because they're not giving me the same methodology and the same solutions that other businesses out here are offering. So think about DE&I, diversity, equity, and inclusion, but let's not forget about equality, because you definitely do not want to dismiss a person or a thing because they don't fit your business model. But you could ask yourself this question: do they not fit my business model because I'm playing it safe and because I am being closed minded? Do they not fit my business model because I feel like I cannot accommodate their needs? Do they not fit my business model because I don't want to tap into something I've never been? Where in reality, they may not fit your business models, but they may be the person or the thing that stretches you to inquire something new that will really help your business be the cream of the crop, help your business thrive and flourish. Because if you're not learning as a business owner and an aspiring entrepreneur, then you're not going to be growing. And you have to always be willing to learn new things, because as long as you're learning new things, you're definitely going to be ahead of the game. But the minute you stop learning is the minute that you stop growing, because then you start to narrow your possibilities, when in actuality, you need to widen your scope, open your lens, and you really need to see all the things that are around you, as well as see the things inside of you. And when you're in business, know that you're not in business by yourself, you're in business with other people. So always be willing to tap into a mentor, a person that has been where you are, that has gone for further, and tap into a coach. There is a difference between a coach and a mentor. A mentor can be an informal mentor as well as a formal mentor, someone that can be right there with you. But then a coach is a person that you pay to help you get to the next level that you are aspiring to be. A person that is no nonsense, a person that is, they're going to celebrate your wins, but then they're also going to push you to really accentuate your strengths. And if you think about athletes, all incredible athletes have an amazing coach and an amazing trainer, because they see what that person's potential is, and they're not going to let them remain in their limitless thinking. In their limited thinking. They want them to be limitless, because their possibilities are endless. So I want you to tap into somebody who is going to coach you to get you to the next level and the next season, so you could really flourish. And every business coach, rest assured, has a coach of their own. They're not out here in these streets doing life alone or doing business alone. So be willing to be cognizant, be willing to be compassionate, be empathetic, and be open to receive feedback. Take what feedback you get and apply it, and learn and grow. Whatever feedback does not apply at that current time, thank the person that they cared enough and put it in your back pocket, so whenever a situation arises, you could use it later on to really help you thrive, scale your business, because you also want to scale your business at the right time. And then be willing, whenever your business starts to grow, look at what can you outsource to other people to really focus on assessing new areas in your business. So those are just some incredible tips that I wanted to share briefly. And then the last thing I'll probably leave you with is my RQ methodology, which stands for refuel, refocus, and realign. Because you need to refuel to ensure that you don't hit a period of burnt out. You need to refocus on where you are now and where you want to go, and ask yourself, where I am now, how am I going to get to the next level and the next season? Because where I am right now is just a mere chapter, and it's temporary, not permanent. And then realign. Just like you take time to realign the tires on your automobile, you must realign yourself as a human being and as a whole. You don't want to be too distracted, too being pulled too far to the left or too far to the right, looking too far up ahead or looking behind. You need to have an equilibrium and maintain a balance. And what does that balance look like for you? And this is a personal exercise where you could go through your own self discovery to really help you. Because if you're not willing to do the necessary work to help you, then how are you going to help your business, your partners, and the people that you've been blessed to encounter with?
I love that. You're amazing, guys. So many gems from Genesis today. And that's why her podcast is called Gems with Genesis Amaris Kemp. And I love that. Thank you so much, guys. We have to continue to grow and bet on ourselves. And we have to continue to step into our greatness. And there were so many gems here. Make sure you go back and listen again. And just know that it all starts with you. It all starts with a vision. It all starts with one idea and one foot in front of the other. And you've just got to keep going. So if you're ready to step into your greatness, Genesis has some more that she will share with you. So where can they find you, where they can check out more about you, and let everybody know?
Feel free to check me out on Instagram and Facebook at Genesis Amaris Kemp. I just tapped into Clubhouse, y'all, so I'm on there too, popping in and out of rooms and meeting incredible people like yourself. For those of you who are interested, please go out and get the book, Chocolate Drop in Corporate America, From the Pit to the Palace. Do not let the title fool you, but look at the image of the book. You see that world, you see the diversity, the equity, and the inclusion. You see how people are coming together. That's you. That's you out there shining with your greatness. Because you know what? There's so many incredible things that are attached to you. And then for those of you who are interested, my information will also be in the show notes. I'll leave my email address so you could get me. I do not have a VA, which is a virtual assistant, so you'll be talking with me. And I definitely want to hear more about you and your journey and how we could really build and grow together. So the book is available once again on Amazon. You could connect with me on Facebook and Instagram as Genesis Amaris Kemp. And then you can also find me on Clubhouse. But we are winning together and we're climbing up these mountains and being great.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. And guys, make sure you check that all out, and we'll have the links for you in the show notes. Remember, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, and expect magic and miracles. What is the best that can happen? We'll see you on the next episode.